Good morning from Australia. My name is Matt Nahat, and today we are jumping right back into Kingmaker with our good friends from across the seas. It is great to see everybody, and we are excited to be coming back to you to play some more Pathfinder 2, more Kingmaker with our awesome characters doing awesome things in the world of Galarian and the Broken Lands. Let's jump over straight to our scenes here. Here we are. Hello, everybody. See everyone.
What's the
And this is the Stolen Lands where we have been adventuring. And this fancy little flag here is where we last were at a witch's hut in the middle of a marshland, and we are traveling toward the west to reconnoiter a couple of hexes here before making our way to Tiresia's Grove, where we hope to secure some feather tokens. Before making our way back to the Tatzelworm Den to deal with a dragon? We don't think it's a dragon. We're pretty sure it's not a dragon, but it has declared
not a
itself
dragon.
as a dragon.
It might have
The-
scales, but it's we don't think it's a dragon.
But it
Yeah.
might have information on where the real Mustafarax is.
Yes, real Severax. um. So yeah, that is where we're up to, and we are traveling west. I'm going to have us check in here with our fine players and ask about how their characters are feeling, what they're thinking as they head away from the witch's hut and travel west. DM next. We're going to start with you and what Cassur is thinking and feeling as we go.
Bit weirded out by a strange woman that we spoke with in the previous place, but at least she stopped her assassin scarecrow from killing someone.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
That was a strange ordeal.
Indeed. All right. And we'll head over to Mixed Nuts playing Tarnal. And
Tarnal is
and
being
his familiar.
interrogated by Jenkins at the moment.
Yeah. Yes, his familiar Jenkins over there is definitely very vocal today.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tarnal is he wants to know what's going on with the river and the various other kobolds more than anything else. That's his biggest thing right now. And if there's something in there that's controlling the river, then that's really important for us to know about. That's where I'm at and what I'm trying to seek out right now.
Good. And we'll head over to Azrael PC, who is playing as Lucas Blackwell.
Lucas Sting.
Indeed. We haven't got Barnabas with us to tell you all of the different
Yeah.
ways of your name.
Yeah. What am I answering again? I'm sorry.
What Lucas is thinking and feeling as he's heading away from the witch's hut and toward, well, these areas
I'm
we
really,
haven't
really
explored.
happy that that scarecrow was so easy to turn off, even though it slashed the shit out of me. Thank
Not
you,
so
Tarnal,
happy it
for
slashed the
healing
shit
me.
out of you. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm happy that I didn't die or get knocked unconscious.
Very good.
And I'm looking forward to discovering more about Just not a dragon.
Indeed. And finally, but not least, we'll head over to Malkov playing as Reskin Mordithius.
Two major thoughts consuming my mind right now. One, will we get at least a full day before Lucas tries to kill himself again?
Ha!
And two,
No, you won't.
what is this thing that's claiming to be Misseverax, and where's the real Misseverax?
Indeed. All right. Well, with all of that said and done, thank you guys for weighing in on how your characters are thinking and feeling. We are traveling to the next hex over here to the west. Let's make some perception or survival checks. Your choice, please, as we go. Do-do-do-do.
It might help to sign into the game.
Yes, it typically will.
Sorry.
And it's great to have everyone here with us. Good to have King J, especially because of the chatting here and forth. So we appreciate it, King J. And anyone else that's here, anyone that's lurking, thank you for being here. We appreciate you all. Great. Okay, so you are traveling through this hex, and let us transfer to where we're going. Boop. Activate. Ba-da-ba-da. Alright, so we are traveling to the west. And we are in a relatively jungly or bushed area. And as you have traveled, you have noticed that there have been crags on either side of the road. Not that there is a road, but track, I guess. You imagine that this is really just a glorified track when a lot of the time we're not going to have roads where we're going, so it's a lot smaller than it looks there, and it's just what it is, but we only have so many map resources, so we just have to pretend and make do. But what you are seeing and what is real is that a lot of this area has been craggy. There's been rather large rocks, as well as cliff faces. Not especially high cliff faces, anywhere between 5 and say 20 feet is probably the tallest one that you've seen. And on top of these cliffs has been more trees, but the area hasn't been all on one level. It's been higgledy-piggledy all around the place. Different levels, different rocks, different trees, different stuff as we have been traveling. As you go, due to some excellent checks that we have accomplished here, Tarnal and Lucas, both of you come upon tracks, and you can consider that this road that you see is a representation of the tracks that you see, but it's not a road that you see, it's just sets of tracks. What you see is what looks to be a standard humanoid sized footprint, or footprints, plural, but it's just one set of humanoid footprints, and it's generally traveling in a westerly direction. And you also see a clawed footprint as well, which looks like some sort of animal, potentially, and it seems to be following along, albeit at some distance, to the humanoid tracks that you are seeing.
So, so we can. So humanoid being bipedal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it when you say humanoid, do you mean like human, or do you mean like just it could be a kobold, or it could be a
It's a
ogre,
medium-sized
okay.
creature like yourselves, standard kind of footprint. It looks like it might be made by sandals with your
Okay, I was gonna
excellent
ask if they were barefoot
31.
or not.
It's you're
Okay.
guessing at sandals.
All right. So the claw. Does it look like it's 2 or does it look like it's 4?
Looks like it's got 4 feet, but it looks like it's a
Okay.
singular entity.
Okay. And it's definitely walking. It's not like on a leash or like being dragged.
It seems
or
to
something.
have been roaming. Roaming further than the humanoid, but not completely like within distance, within
Sure.
sight or calling distance.
So like so like something that would not a pet, but something that is under the influence of the humanoid and
that's
following
your gut
basically.
feeling with your
Okay.
tracking of 31 and a critical success. Yes.
Okay. Is there so what's the weather?
It's fine. And
I didn't know if it was like raining recently and there was any.
there has been
like-
rain, but it's not been extraordinarily heavy. It's mostly just been relatively light, more like haze than anything.
Sure.
But those have been mostly overnights because it is in the middle of summer.
Okay.
Right. And it looks like we are. I'm gonna be here, so let's set the day as well. Oh, I don't want to do this. Let's go to the. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day, and you've been traveling west for about 2 hours since you left the witch's hut, and it was about an hour of traveling, maybe an hour and a half of traveling before you started to get to these crags. And so you've been seeing crags now and cliff faces, albeit fairly low cliff faces, for the last hour or so of your travel, here and there. And not especially frequent, but here and there. It's the situation. The game is in your hands, guys.
Well, I'm going to look right at what Lucas is looking at and kind of go, 2?
And two different people or two different entities.
2 different things. I don't know if they're together.
Yeah, one's likely an animal. The other is likely a more sentient being.
By the way, you can have yourselves fully rested, please.
Great, thank you.
But not at full health necessarily, just fully rested.
Sure.
Which way do the tracks go?
They go this way towards the west, towards the left.
Both sets.
Yeah, and it's not quite as straight line as that. This is just a general representation of kind of where they're going. They roam a bit more than this.
Are you guys coming? Aren't we supposed to head this way? Come on.
There's tracks and there's things up ahead. We're finding tracks. We're trying to figure out how many are up there. Looks like just one with an animal of some kind.
They are traveling
Okay,
in their armor,
so
yes.
Let's go look.
So a couple of
Doing a good standing
things
here.
for King J and for anyone that might be watching. Uh, these folk are actually traveling on horseback. Okay, we're not representing their horses in most of our scenes. We represent the horses at camp because they store equipment on them, but the horses really only come into narration where the horses are maybe in some sort of danger or there's some sort of other thing. We just say that we know that we've got the horses. Where we come to a map like this, um, we're assuming that um, we're assuming that there's enough things of interest here that we've tied our horses up in a safe location close by, and that we're then exploring on foot in more detail to keep with the narrative of that our horses are safe, that our horses are nearby, they're accessible, but they're not just represented on the map, because mounted combat or situations on mounts are a little bit more involved, and mounts, especially when they're not war trained, are not good in battle. And so I, being the gracious DM that I am, have said, where there might be some situations, we're just going to narrate that this is the case, and potentially something that might be possible later on is that someone who could be watching, such as yourself, might redeem something with fate turned or with something like that, and say, in this location, as long as it makes sense, as long as it's out in the open, you're going to be on your horses, guys. And that will mean that our horses get populated onto the map, and then these guys have to sort out dealing with their horses while they're dealing with other situations, which I'm sure they will be thrilled about if that happens.
Oh yeah.
Because they haven't had to deal with that too much, because I have been relatively kind. And no, you're good, man. You're good. And yeah, so the other side of that is that for the purposes of adventuring, unless there is good reason not to have armor on, for example, you're just wandering around a city that you're familiar with, or your own village, you're not going to have your armor on. You just waking up and walking out of your door and stretching your arms and having a drink of milk, right?
Step 1 in the morning is put your armor on.
Yeah. Well,
Don't
maybe
say it's the
someone
Codex of the
might.
Hammer.
But in general, as soon as you start your adventuring day, you've had your breakfast, you get your armor on, you mount, you go. That's typically how I've been narrating it. And we don't sleep in our armor typically. We take our armor off for sleeping. And that's the general
Only
picture.
because I do not have the ability to sleep in my armor and not be fatigued.
Yeah, and it's not all that comfortable generally to sleep in armor.
Kasur would be a rank tin can if he'd figured that out.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he probably already is.
So that gives us.
Well, there
Those
is a
details.
feat that
There isn't a feat that doesn't make you stink.
Right, but we're also
Riding
assuming
armor,
that
you're gonna
we
stink.
do manage, unless you're in the middle of like a dungeon, that you do manage to wash every so often. All right. You're welcome, sir. So yeah, you guys are traveling. You have tied your horses up because this has come to your attention. Lucas's and Tarnal have both sort of been like, guys, there's tracks here. This could mean that there's someone friendly nearby. It could mean that there's enemies nearby. It could mean any number of things. Let's just be sure. Let's check this out a little bit more thoroughly.
Would a track, like a tracking check help? Because I turned tracking on.
Yeah, you can. Well, so this is up to you. Go away. This is up to you. If you want, if you feel like Lucas would be trying to track. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Ban. Ban that. Ban. Go away. Ban. So yeah, if you think you would, then you don't even need to ask. You can just do it. And the other thing is, declaring intentions is the best thing. So saying, hey, my character is interested in finding out more about these footprints. Things like that are very helpful because it means that you're not trying to guess at what skill this might be, and that could be determined by me. And it also communicates to everyone else, hey, I'm able to, like, just at any time say my character is interested in this, and we can then spotlight that in your character.
Okay.
My intention is to avoid notice and look for ambushes.
My
Excellent.
character's interested in moving along and getting to our destination.
So
your character's gonna have to wait.
For Reskin, I'm going to need stealth and perception checks because you're specifically looking for things that might be trying to ambush you. Lucas is rolling survival because he is trying to determine what's going on with these tracks. Kasser is just powering along.
Oh, I mean, he's on the lookout. He's always cautious for problems, but yeah. So he's on the lookout moving forward.
Alright, so I'm going to change this to blind GM rolls, and we're going to see how well these totally not their things are doing with their stealth.
You want me to roll perception for Kassur or not?
If that's what he's doing.
That's all he would do, is keep an eye out and keep moving forward.
I'm oblivious trying to figure out the right bridge for a song.
Yeah. You keep on singing the same line and you don't want to, which is, and he nearly drowned.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, why can't I get that verse, like those words out of my head?
It's the worst kind of
Well, I
earworm.
mean, at least he tried to drown himself to get a mask.
All right, so it looks to be
Same song later on as him, and they all nearly drowned.
Reskin
I didn't.
is paying extra attention to what might be trying to ambush us, and Lucas is tracking those footprints rather closely. So between both of you, what you determine is that the tracks continue in a westerly direction for a little while. However, when they're approaching this outcrop of rocks over here, they seem to have slowed down, and we can put ourselves a little bit closer for those, Reskin and Lucas. You guys are noticing that they've slowed down, they've walked around this area, they've looked about with these rocks, they've gone up and down and into the trees, and there's no sign to either of you that they have emerged back onto their general direction or in like any other direction. Potentially they are still here, or potentially, you know, they might have gone off to the south where you wouldn't be able to see because there's rocks and trees and stuff in the way. But you don't see any evidence that they've come out from this general area at this stage. Lucas, you can tell that that's both of the figures that you are tracking, and Rezkin, you are the one that sort of says that you don't see any evidence that they've emerged.
Reskin. I do this.
I'll look up.
Nobody's going to stop me. I'm just going to continue to walk my standard.
I think that so I'm telling the party that it looks like the tracks led into that area of like trees, and there's not really any sign that they come back onto the road or they go to the south or anything like that. So either they went through the trees or they're in the trees.
I will stop singing and pay attention. Lucas is saying something about something's in the trees.
Yeah.
And I will and I will glance around. Suddenly I actually want to pay attention.
Yeah.
Something's in the trees. What?
No, it's, they rolled very well. So, and Reskin stealth check. I need to that too, and I need to roll perceptions for these guys. Oh wow. All right. So, Reskin, as you are like looking at these footprints, you've paid attention. You know that there's maybe something there. We are going to do this. I'm going to.
Just heads up, the dice rolls aren't showing.
Yep.
The actual dice is, but the chat window, output window is not showing on stream.
It's not showing on stream. Can fix that, thank you.
I got a black screen.
Just thought I'd mention it to help you out, man.
That's good. Let me quickly go over and fix that. Just take me a second. I need to go here. I need to toggle off there. I need to toggle back to there. I need to click OK. Go. Done. Thank you. So what we're going to be doing is you have this bad feeling and you may roll initiative. You don't know exactly what's happening or exactly when it's happening, but because things are hidden at the moment, but something is happening, which means that you can roll initiative. And we'll see how this goes.
Oh God!
Turn on lights.
Counter window right now. Interesting. Oh, there you go. Oop.
Cool. Or and then this one to roll initiative. All right. So, Raskin, you have this feeling, this bad feeling, as you're approaching the footprints, as you're approaching this thicket of trees. You have seen that they haven't emerged. Lucas has pointed this out as well. You don't see anyone. You don't hear anyone.
Okay.
But you just get this bad feeling, right? Like, back of your head, it's like, neck is tickling. You're like,
I'll move up here, and as I'm passing Cassier, I'll point to the trees. I think they're hiding in there somewhere. I get a bad vibe. And I'm going to hide in the trees up here.
Perfect. All right.
And I will also draw my rapier.
So can you please make another stealth check for me in those traits?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. What I'm going to do... is for the moment... go over here. Do this. Right. Then, something streaks out of the trees gracefully and bounds towards Lucas.
Awesome.
A puma.
It's just a poor man's name for lion.
It streaks out from the trees.
Mountain lion.
There's a number of reasons for this, because it was hidden and it's acting before you and all sorts of stuff, but you are off guard to this attack. It is targeting you. Just checking what is here. Yeah. Strides and makes a strike at the end of the movement. So this is an ability called Pounce. And if it was hidden, obviously your characters don't know this, if it was hidden at the start of its turn or at the start of its movement, it stays hidden until after the strike. So even though fully able to see it, like it's an ability called Pounce, and this is what's happening. So it stays hidden, which means that you are off guard to it. It will attempt to strike you with its jaws. You roll damage.
Right.
So this puma strikes nimbly out of the trees, gnaws around your leg,
Wow.
and then tries at full proficiency to grab you.
Can I see it now?
Yes, you definitely
It's trying
can
to
see
eat
it
your
now.
life. You can see it. As long as you look down.
Like, you don't notice until actually bites into you, and you feel it, and then you're like, holy shit, where did that come from? So it will try an athletics check. That's at full bonus. Nice. That will be enough to grab hold of you.
It doesn't have to do like so. Does it have to beat my AC?
No.
Or okay.
So we will double check this because I might be wrong.
Grapple, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Right? It's against your fort DC.
Okay.
Yeah. So which is +7. So it's just managed to get you. They're only just, but has managed.
Okay.
So you are grabbed in its jaws.
Awesome.
They have tightened around your leg, which feels fantastic, you know?
Mm.
So that's its second action. And then its third action is to make 2 claw strikes. So this is called Maul. This is a single action. It makes 2 strikes against someone who it has grabbed.
Right.
Basically, you just.
I'm gonna name this mountain lion Jenkins.
So
I've seen Jenkins do this
go
to him. Ice.
bam.
He does the full leap across, lands on them, spins onto his side, pins it, and rakes both back feet across its fucking.
Twice.
Fortunately for you, it does miss as it tries to claw into you as well, but it keeps you grabbed in its jaws. You try to get out of the way, and you manage it. So that is its turn. Sorry, we are in encounter mode. Tunnel. You just suddenly hear a yelp from Lucas and turn and see this puma, full-sized, like, puma that has grabbed hold of Lucas in its jaws and is currently trying to claw at him, but at the
That
moment
hurts,
being
damn it.
unsuccessful. What do you want to do?
That's my action.
It is.
Get this damn cat off me.
I don't have a treat to try to discourage the cat with. We will target the cat. Why does that always cause such a problem?
Draw a card, crit hit or crit fail. Sure. You grab the cards. Would you like this to be a good thing for the party or a bad thing, please?
Nice, Matt. Nice damage roll.
Alright, so this is against the Puma. Puma will take 10 points of damage. Good thing. Okay.
I will cast that.
Alright, well, something happens that you're not expecting. Let me quickly give this a shuffle.
Oh, dear God.
Well, fortunately, you have King J with us and not Krulfang.
That's a good thing.
We love Krulfang, but he tends to be a little cruel at times. True to,
No.
true to
Sticking with
his
his
name.
name, the Naughty Fox.
Cool Fang is cruel? You jest.
You know, we just need to make a awakened animal that's a fox, and he'll never touch that character.
Alright, so what happens is your loot strings wrap around the puma's legs and make it difficult to act. The puma is stunned 1, which reduces his actions by 1 for next turn. This is not something that you did, Tarnal, because you have done this spell many times, and it's never done that, and you didn't intend on it doing that.
If I could intend on it doing that, it would do that every time.
And you hear something in your mind in this moment. You hear, wee, this is fun, isn't it?
Oh God, they're still here. I'm not going to question it.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to
So
question
maybe the
it.
monster isn't showing. The puma's not showing up in the initiative tracker.
The puma? Sure, because it was hidden. Yeah. There you go. Is that the end of your turn, Tunnel?
Yeah, that's all my actions. I'm finished.
Okay. And something else will shoot from the cover of the trees. Targeting Kassur.
Good.
Kassur, because this person is hidden, you are off guard.
Is that the sound of Puma mates?
Jenkins has a vote.
Of course.
Jenkins' vote's going to get him put into sky jail here in a minute.
Ooh. Nasty. So, first of all, here is your damage, sir. And then...
You know, I think picking piercing was the right choice. There's so much
then-
piercing damage.
Most ranged attacks that aren't magic, yeah. Most
Okay.
deadly weapons, in fact.
I need you also, please, to make me a fortitude save.
Somebody got a poison dart.
Fort save. Fort save? Why do I need to make a fort save?
No
Do you have
particular
an actual
reason.
effect to roll it against? Oh yeah, it's right there.
No particular reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a particular reason.
Ooh, there is no way this is affecting you. No way.
31.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So you feel just for a second like something like enter into your bloodstream, and you're just like, nope. You send a quick prayer to Abadar and fortify yourself and don't feel any other ill effects.
No one poisons a servant of Abadar.
Right, when that all happens,
Till the
this
next time he gets hit.
figure will be revealed. Okay, so you will see now this figure because he has come out of hiding, or at least you see this. Let's see. This figure lets out a hateful, vexing stream of profanities against you.
Your mother would wash that mouth with soap, you fool.
And I'm going to pop up a save here for you. Can you do
Really?
that one too, please?
All of us?
Another one.
Oh! Okay.
Damn.
Kassir is woken up like just on top of the world today. He
Why can't
is-
you make these rolls during attacks instead of saves?
So the
Right.
attack rolls roll around.
I wish I
Uh-huh.
could.
Then it's a 5.
I have critical specialization and I've yet to get to use it.
Yeah, sounds like an excuse.
You are
Unless you
unaffected by the focus hatred that he is trying to do. And then he is going to roll this.
Wow.
And boop. Slinks
Whoa.
into the shadow.
It's 2 for his spell. 1 for his other thing, isn't it? So wouldn't that be a 4th one, or am I
No.
Or is there a free?
He hasn't cast a spell. He's done one
Oh, it was a
blowgun
blowgun.
action, one focus hatred action, and one stealth action. Okay, Lucas.
Yay. Am I still off guard?
No. So I will remove that off you. There you go. But you are still
I'm
grabbed.
still grabbed. Awesome.
There is a cat chewing on you.
I think I'm gonna poke it.
It's like you're trying to chew on me at the moment, huh, Jack?
I'm gonna poke it with my longsword. I'll poke it
No.
again. And
No.
one more time.
It's got you, and
Yeah,
it
that was
keeps
really
on
bad.
ripping away at your leg, which is
mean-
kind of painful, but doesn't do any more damage. And every time it does, it distracts you, and you're unable to land your hit. Yes, sir?
Next time I'm gonna do something different.
You hear Lucas struggling back there.
Hello, naughty kitty. That is my little slap toy you bite on. Get your own. Gonna give him a nice little spear thrust and see how he feels about that.
Oh, no, that's higher to 5.
Oof.
Come on, you dumb kitty. Bring it on.
Your spear pierces its nimble flesh. Okay, you raise your shield, you've moved, and you've attacked. Reskin, you have stayed hidden for this time, to your knowledge. So anything that you act against that is an enemy, technically that is your ally because they can't see you either.
I'm gonna move to here.
Okay,
And
you find that you cannot move there. Seems to be something in your way. Or someone.
Hmm.
all right, I'm going to seek for the guy that shot the blowgun dart.
Yeah. You know which square is in. Based on the fact that you cannot move there. So I need that perception check. Unfortunately, due to his crazy roll, which was a critical success, you know that he's there, but you cannot seem to see him anywhere. He's very, very well hidden.
Can I attack blindly?
You may. So what this requires, I will reveal him for the purposes of targeting him.
Okay.
If you just first roll me a flat d20. So because he is hidden, this means that you need a 10 on your flat d20. If you succeed, I'll reveal him for the purposes of being able to target.
Actually, I'd rather try and hide again, I think.
Yeah, that's fine as well.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do that.
All right. Then roll that stealth check for me. That's excellent. So you are re-hidden. I won't take that away. But yes, you stealth again. So you've moved and you've stealthed and you've sought. So that is everything there. The Puma, who has just been thrust through with a spear, has Lucas grabbed, is going to make its claw attacks again with the maul feature. 2 attacks against Lucas. So, first. Nope. Second. Nope. It will then let Lucas go.
It attacks like me.
Indeed.
Oh, please do. Please bite that metal.
It releases you from its jaws.
His attack rolls are quite a bit like mine.
And then moves into the trees. Does anyone have an attack of opportunity or anything as it does this?
No.
And then it will try to stealth. Okay. And whoop.
How does that work? Does it just gets it, or does it have to beat our perception DC?
So because it is in cover, you have to seek. If it wasn't in cover, you could just see it, right? So, but you have to seek to be able to find it.
Seeking with fire removes cover.
Yeah. But for now, it is hidden. Tunnel.
I am going to continue to sing. This one. Yeah, we're continue to sing. But I can't really hold a two. You can't hold a 2-action spell to throw at somebody.
You cannot.
So I will move.
Oh, my apologies. It's not going to be able to hide because it didn't have as many actions. Stunned. My apologies.
Oh,
Can see it.
if that's the case, I would have shot it from where I was standing.
Because Tunnel, you wrapped your loot strings around its legs somehow and slowed it down. So because of that, you managed to be able to see it even through the trees. It does have cover. But it is not hidden. Apologies. Oh.
Missed anyway. I'm done.
Yeah, you put your loot strings catapult into a tree that happens to be kind of in the way. Manages to go. Alright, so it's the Hermit's turn, who is hidden again. Alright, it is going to target Rezkin. Rezkin, for the purposes of this attack, you are off guard. But I imagine that you're probably... Now, with Nimble Dodge, do you have to be able to see the attack? Targets you with an attack and you can see the attacker, so you cannot declare Nimble Dodge right at the moment.
But am I still off guard, even with deny advantage?
So, let me check that, please. The deny advantage is to anything that's lower level than you. Or your level or below?
I
think it's your level or below.
lower.
Yeah, so it's... The Hermit is a higher level than you.
Okay.
So your deny advantage would work against the Puma, but not against the Hermit. So he's going to do this. He's going to target you with an athletics check, which is an attack. It's still got the attack trait. What he's trying to do here is disarm you. Here he is. We haven't had these before. This is going to work. So, disarm. We've never done this before. Let's talk about it. You try to knock an item out of a creature's grasp. You attempt an athletics check against the target's reflex DC. What is your reflex DC, please? So this is your reflex
23.
plus 10. Huh?
23.
No, it's not.
Isn't it 10 plus your reflex save?
You have a plus 13.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so
For
23.
what it's worth, I have a plus 11.
It's disgusting.
Reflex DC. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be a critical success. Let me just check this, please. It's just to armor class. Yep. So he would, if you didn't have quite so high of a bonus. And I think right now, because you had the rallying anthem, that gave you a +1 to your saving throw.
Yeah, normally it's 12.
So he would have got you with a critical success here, if it hadn't been for rallying anthem. Every +1 matters. He still gets you with a success. What this does is weaken
So -2 on his attacks.
weaken your grasp on the item.
Cool.
You get a -2 to attacks with your weapon. The creature can end the effect by interacting to change your grip. So it basically, you can accept the -2 to attacks, or you can spend an action to reattach your hand to it properly to not get the -2 to it. Okay?
Okay.
So that's its first action to do that. And then in that action, he reveals himself, right? Like so. He is going to, and you see that he has a whip in his arms as he does this, and that is what has loosened your grip. And because, you know, you can imagine this, right? Like, out of nowhere, you knew that he was there, but like a whip just comes out of nowhere, slams into your arm. You sort of, ooh, ow. It doesn't do any damage, but it's that ow reflex. He is then going to make a strike against you with it. You are not off guard to this. Here's the attack.
Then I will nimble dodge.
Okay. Your nimble dodge would get you to 24, 22,
Yeah.
somewhere there. So he
24.
does succeed. And he will do this amount of damage.
Wait, he hit a 22, but
He hit 26.
oh, it says 22. Okay,
Well, it's hit by +4.
got it.
So he'll do 9 points of damage. Then he will try to stealth again. Okay. Fades to the shadow.
Ooh.
Lucas.
How am I supposed to hit you if I can't see you? Damn it.
That's what things do. You can see the puma, thanks to Tarnal's stunning of it, which I will now remove. And Tarnal stunned it only because of the card that King J pulled for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap weapons with a whole one arrow. Great. Alright. I've still got the puma targeted. So let's shoot it. Wow. That's really awful.
That's a let's not shoot it.
Yeah, I'm gonna swap weapons back.
Okay, that'll be your turn.
And I'm done.
Yes, sir. It's proving to be very difficult to attack things in this forested area.
What are you gonna do? Chop down the damn tree?
Alright, Kessler moves in. And absolutely whacks the puma for damage. Let's see it. Nearly critically hits the puma.
Only it was one more.
Still decent damage. You can see that it's on its last legs. You raise your shield. Reskin?
There we go.
Okay.
Wait, what? You rolled again.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for dice to stop rolling. Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Move to there. Readjust my grip
Stab twice.
and then attack.
Of course, they only do 6 damage with each hit.
You finished it off. Bye, kitty.
Okay, bye-bye, kitty. Between Kasser
Yeah, I
and
wonder if you
Reskin,
made-
you
I wonder if
bring
you made the
the
hermit
puma
spell.
down. You moved, you you adjusted your grip and you attacked.
Yep.
Hey, Tunnel.
I am going to swap weapons to my bow, and I'm going to hold action to put an arrow into the face of the hermit as soon as I can see him.
Nice. It is the hermit's turn. It was Reskin that landed the killing blow on the puma, correct?
Yep.
On the puma, yeah.
All right.
Unless my second attack would have killed it, yeah.
Did you change your mind?
I didn't raise shield. I decided I'd attack twice, I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
That would be yes on the second attack then.
It's okay.
So what?
I can just go back to raise shield if you want. But
Well, Reskin wouldn't have got his attack. He wouldn't have moved.
that's why I just let it go, because he had already done that. I was like, just leave it.
Something is covering the left side of the book. How do you mean? Sorry. Like this is just the edge of the map.
Yeah, King J, there's nothing covering it. That actually is the map. The black border is the edge of the map. There's nothing beyond that.
Yeah, so I can just like. You're okay. You're okay. Thank you.
So good, man.
Well, yeah. Let's do this. I'm gonna give you some actions back. You see that Kasser has finished the Puma off. You don't know where the Hermit is right now. You can still adjust with your weapon if you like, which would give you 2 actions left because you moved and attacked. So you haven't moved, you haven't attacked yet, Reskin. Let's do that.
Okay, then I will. I'll readjust my grip and then I'll seek.
16, and he got. I think it was a 20. Where is that? Skin. Kasser. Puma. Kasser. Vicus. 22. So, again, you don't see him. He seems to be very good at hiding in these.
I will move down over to here then, since he obviously could see me without even looking. Last time, I will move over to here and take cover behind the rock.
Okay. I might have done his actions wrong if that's how you're feeling. So correct me if I've done something that seems to be off. He should have, if you were hidden, he should have had to have saw you. But we're a little bit beyond that now. Lucas?
Yep.
Sorry, not Lucas. So, because we're out of order. Reskin did that. Tunnel did that. Okay, so it's the Hermit's turn. Apologies. Oh. Did you hide again, Reskin?
No, I don't have the actions.
Okay, thank you. In that case, Kasser is the one that killed the Puma. Hello, Crewfang. So Hermit is not happy.
Welcome in, Cruel Fang.
You are going to be off guard because you cannot see him currently. He is going to target you.
I'm Kasur. I'm never off guard.
And he's going to strike with his whip, which he can do at reach.
Yeah, at least that should make him visible to the other guys.
Indeed. So he becomes now visible.
All right, Darnell. Time for you to peck him.
Turn to loose.
So I'll get you to take that damage if you haven't already. He then...
I'm going to take my shot on what I can for him at that point. Now.
Yes, absolutely. You can now see him.
Yay.
Deadly D10, propulsive.
Yep,
Would've
so you
been nice.
may do your damage.
Oh, come
Wow.
Fling! Every damage
Clink.
counts. Been chasing around new 24-channel mixer. Ooh, exciting. Better than nothing, I will say.
Like I said, plink.
So he's attacked with that. He is then going to try to trip you, Kasser, with an athletics check. He has -4 to this. Or whatever it says. No. You stay standing. His second action, and then he's going to try
Cool.
to guess what? Hide. Oh! He's not hidden, guys.
Oh, he
He's
failed.
not hidden. With a
Yours
natural
now, bitch.
1. He tries to duck behind some stuff, but it's clearly obvious where he is.
I
Lucas?
just like him.
Let's do it, boys. Meat's back on the menu, boys.
King has actually been kind to the players today.
2, 3, 4. Nope.
He gave the
Not
Puma the stunned condition.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait.
But it's good to
Is
see
there a
you.
way that I
Phil
can
Frank.
get here? Can I get to behind him?
1, 2, 3, 4. No.
Okay.
You would get here.
I can get, but I can get here, right? Like off to, on the side.
Yeah, you can get right up to his side.
I can get right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Let's poke him. Actually,
did you have your sword out or your bow?
swap. I had to swap again because I ran out of arrows.
Oh,
It's fine.
All right. He nimbly. Well, he doesn't do what.
That's 2. I'm
yeah,
gonna do
avoid.
something I should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna strategize.
Woohoo!
Oh, so
Nice.
close.
Now, yeah. Something for you in the future, Lucas. Okay.
Yeah.
Is when we're coming to a map like this, and when Lucas is doing things around a map, what you should be doing is saying, I make this my lead. Right? Because if you make this situation your lead, anything that would be here
Okay.
gives you the free action visor stratagem against them
Ah, that's right.
if you're using your lead. And remember, you can have more than one lead going. So you can have the overarching lead that you're doing. In this case, at the moment, that is the vial. Like who has created this alchemical vial, right? Is your general question in relation to that. So anything in relation to that has your feature with it. And when you came upon this situation, you would see all of this unusual stuff and you would go, this is my second lead. I'm gonna pursue this lead. You take the minute to do that as part of your tracking and all of the things that you were doing, and then anything that you do in relation to your investigator feature then becomes a free action for your divisive stratagem, because that's part of your lead. So that's something just to help you to gain familiarity and mastery over your class and its features.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's all you can do,
That's
I think.
all for me. Yep.
Sir? So it looks to be that Lucas has moved up to be flanking with the Hermit as long as someone moves to the opposite side. Okay, sir? I think we've got a distraction going on.
There's always something.
Don't move there.
Oh, it's okay. I moved here.
Yeah, but he's got to be one of the people doing the flanking to get his specialty stuff.
Can you move behind him instead?
Well, it's up to Kesser how he does it. So.
Yeah, sure, of course.
You might also just grab the guy and shake him real hard.
Yes, stop that. Yeah. You want to try and grab him? All right, make the check. Nice.
Am I allowed to drag him?
Technically, no. So, here's something that I tend to house rule in my games, but so that we know what the rules of Pathfinder say. When you have someone grabbed, if you move, you let them go. That's the rule. You can reposition them potentially, but dragging them isn't something that is allowed normally. However, I am inclined to rule differently, and how I would do this is that you would have to re-maintain your grapple as part of this. That doesn't require an action, but it does require a check to continue to hold him, with the risk that you're gonna move whether you continue to hold him or not. You don't know until you make the check. And you make the check, and if you succeed, then you do drag him. But every square is difficult terrain for you while you are attempting to drag. Okay? Still difficult,
it's
still risky.
It's gonna help the group.
Nice. You succeed. You critically succeed.
So I'm just dragging him out here.
Yeah, out into the open.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I know it makes you move, Lucas. Sorry, but I want to keep him out in the broad,
Put him
open
in the one
daylight.
spot I can't flank him from.
You could
Exactly.
get up onto the stones and stuff as well. It's just difficult terrain.
You put him in the only spot where I can't flank him.
Oh, you can't flank him here?
No.
Okay, because I
Well,
thought
I
he
have
was
to
saying you
take
could get
actions
on
to
this.
climb up there, so then I won't have time to attack, I don't think.
You can drag him
I'm
here.
not good at climbing.
Well, I mean, I could drag him like that.
Yeah. Anything is fine. That's fine. Alright, so you've done that. You've dragged him there. Anything else?
That's it, because that would be my third action.
Okay. Reskin?
As I
He's out in
drag
the
him,
open.
I just whisper in his ear.
And he's
You
like,
are a fool and an imbecile.
Alright, I'm going to move to there and attack.
Surrender or death.
okay. You do manage to hit him. He is flanked. Yep.
Oh boy.
Bop.
And I'll attack a second time.
Alrighty. Oh.
That's my turn.
Tunnel. He's out in the open.
Oh yeah.
Your companions are surrounding him. Casser has him grabbed.
Does he look even the slightest bit scared or just vicious?
He is currently rage spitting at this point. How you want to interpret that is up to you, but he's just like spits coming out of his mouth everywhere.
I think he has rabies, Tardell. Do we need to put down rabid creatures? I'm not sure how this works.
Unfortunately. Yeah. You've got one action left. Rallying Anthem.
Yep.
One.
And I am done. Back to singing.
Back to singing. And the Hermit has his turn. He is going to try to escape in athletics. What is your bonus, please? Let's have a look. Hang on.
To fort?
To escape.
Fort is 11. So 21.
So athletics DC of a creature grabbing you, 21. So he doesn't succeed in getting away. He will target you, and he's going to try to trip you with an athletics check. Nope.
21. Yay, he failed. Enjoy the lurk, dragon-playing worm.
Enjoy the lurk. Good to see you, buddy. With his last action, he's gonna turn.
He can wet himself.
And he's going to spit in Reskin's face. Reskin, I need
Nibble
you.
dodge.
No. Need you just to make this one for me, please.
I can't nibble dodge this bit.
Well, it doesn't do any damage, so you can say that you try and spit away, but you are okay. So effectively he focuses his hatred on you, since he seems to not be able to do anything against Cassera right now. And he's swearing at you, his string of profanities and that's his turn. Lucas.
Okay.
He does seem, I will describe, while he is spitting and raging and all these other things, you do see that he is a little more crestfallen than when you first encountered him. And based on the fact that he is flanked and grabbed, possibly you might be able to manipulate the situation based on his demeanor here. Hello, Archu. Good to see you.
That may have been possible before
Let's
you spit on me.
see. What
See you, man.
Bless you.
That actually is where he got the name from. I asked him today.
Well,
that's my son. He's in your country, England.
I'd like to manipulate the situation. Yeah, I'd like to talk to him.
All right. You may talk to him. What do you want to say? What's your intention?
I'd like to know why he attacked us.
All right, roll a diplomacy check. You've moved up to him, right? So you're like, why are you attacking us? And he turns and he spits in your face.
I don't want to kill you.
It's a slobber problem.
We're just defending ourselves. We're sorry for killing your cat.
We're sorry for killing your cat.
It bit me. What do you want me to do? Let it kill me?
All right. So is there anything else you'd like to try here with him? You've moved up. You've tried to reason with him. You spat in your face.
I kind of just want to knock him unconscious.
Devise a stratagem first.
Yeah, thank
free
you.
action.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If he set as your lead.
Yeah, I mean, like so, like the footprints are his, and that's still my lead. So
Yeah, well,
I'll,
I'm saying that this time we'll allow that, but in the future you're gonna have to like. Yeah, so that's fine. You can actually devise a stratagem for free, and you would get a critical success if you attack him right now. Would you like to do so?
I would. I would like to
Shocking.
knock him
I'm shocked.
unconscious.
All right.
He's a
Well,
bit
you get your
fluky, but
attack, so
you're right.
you can roll that, and then you can roll the critical damage for it. Let's do that. You can click the critical button for me,
Yep.
and this is what happens. Look. Does take a whole bunch of damage, and you can see that crestfallen look on his face start to set in.
We don't want to kill you.
Yes, sir. You have this guy grabbed. All your companions, except for Tarnal, are surrounding him. He's got nowhere to go. He does seem to be
being
changing.
overly aggressive.
Yeah.
And unfortunately right now he's reverting a bit to the way his teacher taught him.
Okay.
Why are you spitting?
All right. So yeah, you start yelling at him. Make some attacks. Even while grabbed, you're struggling, and maybe your rage is getting a hold of you in this at this time as part of this narrative, and you're like just swinging almost blindly. Or all right, sure, bam. He's frightened too, as well as all of these things. He starts to like quiver. Reskin, you can see that even while Kasser hasn't managed to land another hit on him, this guy does seem to be cowering a lot more than he was. It is your turn. It is your
He spit on me.
He did.
I don't like spitting.
Hey. Oh.
Now he just bled all over you.
The second attack is I'm going to kick him in the balls.
Kick him in the balls. Okay. And you succeed to kick him in the balls.
Not kicking a man while he's down, but damn.
I
Oh,
keep
those
him
are so
so
good. Can I have one? Can I have one?
Oh.
He's not down yet.
All right.
I'll eat. Don't worry, I'll eat yours, Ezra.
Tunnel. So Kesser has the guy in his grip. Reskin has come up. He's given him a massive, just stab in the shoulder, and the rapier is gone all the way through, and then has kicked him in the balls. The guy is heaving, doubled over, in Kesser's grip. What do you want to do?
Perfect. He's learned his lesson. Let him go. We've created our
Riskin, wouldn't you have one more action or no?
I would spit on the ground at his feet.
Okay. Sorry, Eternal. You're
Go ahead,
good.
Tunnel.
He looks helpless. I don't like killing helpless people.
So you're just saying to your companions, let's show him mercy? Is there any actions here?
I said very simply, let's let him go. I think he's learned his lesson at this point. And I'm going to chuckle because I don't think anybody's listening to me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm listening.
The hermit will drop his whip onto the ground. He then unclasps his sickle from his belt clasp and drops it as his second action. As his third action, he reaches into his vest, pulls out the blowgun, and drops it. 3 actions. 3 drops. And for free, he says, I obviously cannot murder you. I submit.
Good choice.
Lucas?
So I'm declaring that he's part of my lead. So I'm just gonna ask him. So first I extend my hand. I accept your submission. We're simply defending ourselves. We apologize or I at least apologize for what happened with the puma. We'd like to ask a few questions if you're okay with that.
He says, well, yeah, you have me now.
Sure.
He's not happy about it. Do we want to finish the encounter?
I mean, I'm
given that
not
he's
I'm
submitted?
not going to attack. I'm fine.
No one's talked.
Does anybody else want to kill him? I don't.
Lord wants to
Darnell
just start
doesn't.
pummeling the guy because he's unfortunately been told by you all that there's no use leaving people alive because they're just going to be a problem with the bandits.
What?
So since there's been no dialogue to the contrary, that's currently his mindset. So he's going to start punching the guy, asking why he's causing problems.
Hey, killer.
I think that probably people in the group would start to be like, no, that's not necessary, right?
Hey, calm down there,
I'm
killer.
going to step back away from him and sheathe my weapon. Shake the blood off my weapon and sheathe it.
Yeah. Wipe it on some trees.
Kasur, it's okay.
But you said not to let them go. You said to execute them.
He's
Your own words.
He's not a bandit.
So, there's a punch. There's a punch.
He acts like one.
He does not act like a bandit. He has a whip and a blowgun and a pet puma that we murdered.
He's attacking people in our land.
Try to eat your leg. And I point at the mangled bits of flesh hanging off your leg there.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I'm
Thanks,
not a fan of being attacked either, but it's a wild animal. What else is it gonna do? It's instinct.
I think it was acting on being directed, but
anyway, I
understand. Why are you attacking people?
It calms my nerves.
Punch him again. Does this calm your nerves too?
All right. Then.
Kasur, if you punch him again, I'm gonna punch you.
Punch him again.
I'm gonna punch Kasur.
All right.
Go ahead and try.
No. This is now in narrative mode. I'm gonna do 1 point of damage. Remember, we're not throwing real punches here. We're narrating. So I'm just taking one. Like I'm not doing attacks against AC here.
You hit it like a girl, you sissy. Punch the guy again.
Yes, I do, because I'm not trained. I didn't have to endure years of training. Anyway, back to the hermit. Sir, thank you for submitting and answering our questions. And I'm
Sure.
sorry that attacking people calms your nerves. We clearly bested you. Again, I'm sorry for what happened with your cat. But we have some. Like, so, do you know the area relatively well? Like, has anybody strange come through here that you didn't attack?
He says, "Yeah, there were these big things. Big
Like
things.
ogres?
They were like different colors. There was like green one, and there was a blue one. They were like, well, you see him," and he points to Cater as well. "Take him and like spread him out, and then take his armor off and paint him blue or green, and then that's what they look like."
Got it. Trolls.
Teletubbies.
I didn't attack them.
Okay. Which way did they go?
They went west.
Okay. How long ago?
So the
So
timeline
unless
that
Tarnal or Rez can intercede, Kessler will punch this guy again when asking questions. But you guys pushed him with the previous ones to be more hostile.
he's taking more damage, guys.
Oh God! Please don't kill him. Fuck. Tarnal, can you please get your attack dog under control?
I don't have an attack dog.
Sure you do.
I mean, I've got this lunatic asshole of Abadar here, but
Yeah, your attack dog.
what does the teachings of Abadar say about the treatment of prisoners?
Oh, this is actually like if he's submitted to according to how well make a religion check. Make a religion check. Do that.
Oh, I was asking him.
Oh, you're
I want
asking him
to
in
make-
person?
I'm
Yeah,
asking
sure,
him-
okay.
Yeah, I want him to make the religion check. I don't know the answer to this question. He might.
You mean Kasur, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kasser, Tarnal's like, what would Abadar say in relation to the treatment of prisoners?
Give me a second.
God, you don't know it off the top of your head? You're not. Are you sure you're a true follower of Abadar?
DM Nix is
Well,
just
keep in mind, Abadar is a good deity, but that doesn't mean that
Some
It's
good
the other way,
deities just say
because he-
don't take prisoners.
and
well, he has divine font of harm and heal.
I will say this, right?
Yep.
We're not in alignment here, okay? When we don't, alignment does not exist, okay? We need to remove this from our thinking, and instead, Abadar is a deity who to sanctify to Abadar, you may choose holy or unholy as sanctification to Abadar. So that might say something about who Abadar is.
He is for
not
city law,
lore.
civilization,
Lore. Yes.
frontier.
Uh-huh.
Wealth through hard work. Follow the rule of law.
Mhm.
He
What does
submitted.
the current rule of the land say? Anathema, engaging in banditry or piracy, steal or undermine the law.
He's not stealing.
No, he's murdering.
He's defending himself.
No, he wasn't. He
attacked. He did not defend himself. He attacked us.
No,
attacked.
that's
So
true.
right now, because Kasur, due to last level getting a bad memory from his teacher, he's
Okay.
currently leaning into that side of things because no one's done anything to the alternative. In fact, they've pushed him that direction. So his concept is keep going.
Divine retribution.
he doesn't like it, but it's basically automated programming and group pushing him.
Well, the group seems to have be saying different things in this moment. So they might have said other things before, but in this moment they're saying like, well enough alone.
So now he's confused and doesn't make sense. So they can't even agree with themselves on what they want.
Well, welcome to a chaotic party.
Oh, I know this, but he doesn't. It's his first experience.
Well, Tarnal has tried before to speak with Kasser about being less of an asshole. It's not the first time that he's said something like this.
No, which is why I haven't said he hit him again yet.
Okay.
Because he's considering, it's basically, Tarnal, what would you do at this point? Because currently you're the one who's done or said anything to direct things at this point.
At least beyond just
anything
stop.
comes out of Lucas' mouth is valued at almost nothing.
Yeah, you're valuing that lower right now. So Tarnal, it looks like Kasser is thinking about what you're saying and seems to be considering potential other options, but you do realize that he is programmed a certain way. So
I'm going to look right at you and go, every village needs his idiot. We just need to find the idiot or the village for this idiot.
So you're going to make this guy be the village idiot or the jester for the place?
Sure.
the man who is at this point like on the ground spitting blood onto the soil is like, if you stop hitting me, I'll give you my treasure. Stop hitting me.
Does that help him?
If you spend 10 minutes to treat wounds, it will.
Okay.
You can roll 2d8s, and he can heal for that much. If Kasser stops hitting him, well, both of those things would need to happen, because if Kasser keeps going, then...
But Arnold, you and Rezkin said that people who are bandits and problems in our place need to be executed. You didn't approve of when I did it earlier.
This guy's by himself. He might be an asshole, and he might have decided to attack us for other reasons we don't know. He said it calms his nerves to attack people. Sounds pretty bandity to me at this point. That's kind of why I kept my mouth shut about this.
Clench my fist and look at him with a nice, I'm tempted to remove your head look.
But he said something about treasure.
And
we need to hear this the rest of the way out. So take a moment.
Why do you think hurting people calms your nerves? Because maybe it would calm my nerves.
I'm proud of you, Kasser. That was a moment of growth.
Just thinking,
he
I
says,
kick Lucas.
Better kick me. That's fine.
He says, in response to you,
stare.
He says, long ago, I forgot my name. I have been alone, away from my family, away from my brother, for longer than I can even count. I do not know who I am. I do not know who you are. And it's a hard life. He says, there is something inside of me, urges I cannot fathom, cannot contain, and if too much time passes, I cannot control them, and it has been weeks since I last murdered. And it wasn't, I couldn't contain it anymore.
So does this sound like this is me talking to Matt, to be clear. Does this sound like a curse or just a mental thing? Is there some way to remedy this potentially?
Don't know. If Kassir would think of that, then he can make a check, or if anyone in the party
either that or he needs to be killed is currently what Kassir is thinking. So yes, he's thinking it.
Okay, then you can make a recall knowledge check using occultism. Probably is the best for curses. It's actually curse law, but I will allow occultism. I will allow religion too if you want to see that, because it'll be a different answer, right? So I would allow any recall knowledge that's
because it's 0 on everything else.
Yeah.
It just religion would be
it's what you would think about. Yeah,
it's what he would. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'll look at the rest of the group inquisitively, well, except for Lucas, and see if they have any ideas.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay.
Sorry, Lucas.
So Tarnal and Lucas think about what possibilities there might be, and it could be anything, and nothing's really coming up in your thinking. Kassir, however, as you think about Abadar, you think about, maybe the basis of your training rather than what your trainers did to you. To
be clear, not all the trainers in the order were like the one that he had. It's to the viewers and players. I know you're aware of it, Matt.
While they're over here doing that, I want to go over here and start searching around.
Yeah, okay. So with a 22, at the very least, this man has lost himself over time. He's been living rough for God knows how long. At the very least, he's lost everything he had, his family, his contacts, his civilization, or what, you don't know where he grew up or how he grew up, but anything about how he grew up is gone. And that's enough to send anyone mad in Kassir's mind. Yeah. Whether there's a curse or not, like that's an actual curse, Kassir doesn't know, but his gut says it doesn't matter, maybe. Like, there could be and there may not be, but this guy has clearly lost it. Could he be retamed? Maybe, but that's a lot of effort, you think, based on the fact that this guy's been out here for a long time.
Well, that's kind of currently Kassir's evaluation. Is there any hope for this guy, or does putting him out of his misery...
With a 22, you've got one possibility Kassir can think of. And there's a lot of ifs that he's thinking of in this moment. If there's a member of this guy's family that's still alive that you can find, maybe something is doable. Outside of that, You don't see it.
Do you have any things of your old life?
He says, I do. It is with
Show
the
me.
treasure.
I release him as I say, show me.
He will guide you to a hollow oak tree. Near the hollow oak tree is some very, very crude pieces of furniture that really are just pieces of logs that have been joined together somehow, wrapped with twigs or reeds. And it's barely anything, but it's his attempt at creating furniture. There's a wooden bowl and spoon that are just hollowed out bits of tree trunk, and a pile of dried leaves that this guy sleeps on. And even those, the edges of it is damp. He pulls out of the tree trunk a chest, which is little more than like a wooden box, really. And it has a lesser healing potion in it. He points at another potion and he tells you that if you drink that potion, that you can turn invisible for a limited time. There's some copper, which I will drag over to you. There's, and lastly, underneath a fold of a piece of cloth, or inside a piece of cloth, he pulls out a silver locket, and he opens the locket, and it's got a portrait of a young woman on it. And he says, "This is my mother when she was still young."
When what?
She was still young.
How old does this guy look?
Just seeing if it's got around that. I think, based on what I'm seeing here, there's no exact details. Probably 60, 50 or 60.
Okay. Older gentleman.
Not
Does
super,
she look
super
like
old,
anyone
but old enough.
heard of her? No.
Sorry?
Is there any? Does it look like someone we have heard of or might know? Is there any indication of like family name or anything? Examining the locket and showing it to the rest of the team.
Society? There's no name on it, but you can make a society check.
I did the society check. 19.
Don't recognize the picture.
Awesome. Reskin might.
With a 29. So Reskin, I can't give you an exact here because nothing makes sense why you would know this. Alright, but here is what you pick up. There used to be a village in Greenbelt. You feel like that village is no longer, based on what you're remembering. You remember a story that could have just been a story, but in this moment of seeing this guy, it seems to, like, I guess, maybe match him. The story is of a young bride giving birth to two brothers. One, you remember the name Bokken. You don't know whether this guy is Bokken or whether his brother is Bokken, but you remember the name Bokken from this story. And the story goes that the family got broken up and that none of the family ever saw each other again. And the village is gone.
Okay.
Does Reskin share this with us?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
I look at the guy. Is your name Bucken or is that your brother?
I'm gonna make
do you know?
a d20.
Because I have a feeling I know the answer based on hearing that name mentioned by someone else. But
He repeats the name. You see his mouth say it over and over and over again. Shakes his head and he says, "I'm not Bokken."
is this the name that we heard Oleg mention? Because he said someone came and visited up there. I thought he said Bucken was the name of the guy up there that came and visited. Am I misremembering the name or not?
No,
isn't Boken the not the hermit, the alchemist?
Oh, Bokken is a
What are you
hermit.
talking about?
Bokken is a hermit.
Okay.
Yeah, so you obviously have some remembrances of things that you've heard up till now.
Yeah, and this isn't like from non us doing this. This is I remember you talking about Oleg and Boken before.
So that could be something. And given that you've heard the name, that when you last heard the name, it was in relation to someone who's still around, Boken.
How about you come with us? Because if you're not Boken, because you think you're not, I think we may know someone who knows him. Would you be willing to come with us to see if you might find someone who you know or knows you?
He says, "I'll come with you, but point me in the direction of one of these bandits that you mentioned so that I can, make my nerves go away on them whenever you see one."
Oh, absolutely. When we see them, we'll let you know.
Part of you, and this goes for all of you, each of you has a reservation that sort of says this guy could, like, is a wild card, like, complete wild card.
Yeah.
Yep. For the remainder of the trip, Kassura's whole job is going to basically be watching this guy and ready to pounce on him.
Yeah. All right. So with all of that said and done, I will spread some loot around at the end of the session. But just know that those things are going to be added at the end of the session. In addition, you also find, or he gives you, a map.
Hey.
When you spend a few minutes deciphering the scrolls and faded shapes on the map, you figure out enough to recognize that the map seems to point the way to somewhere between the Gudrun and Shrike rivers, due east of the northern shores of Tuskwater. Let me show you in these terms so that we're doing a thing.
Yes, I know you're there. I heard you.
I was wondering which kitty it was.
That'd be Sylph.
Kessler definitely needs some intervention. Not.
I didn't say it.
Okay, so
Oh, he's been saying he did.
the depiction points over here. Let's activate this over here.
Okay.
And the map has some scroll on it. The scroll warns of traps and a guardian, and the final scroll is like pointing to a location in this hex, and it says flaming weapon.
Right.
Ooh.
Add that to the top of the pile.
All right, so I'm gonna mark, as we have before, places that are of some interest. I know that a circle doesn't mean very much, but
You're good, man.
these are locations that we've highlighted as things.
Totally.
Yeah, you can just add a number to them. Just like do Roman numerals or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it would be 1 Tiresias Grove, 2 Mud Bowl, 3 Barrow, probably. They're the order that we found them. But yeah, I can do that.
I'll be right back in just a second. I need to step away for just a moment.
We're halfway through. Do we want to take a 5-minute?
Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes.
Okay, then I'll wait for that. I just heard something I got to take care of.
So I'm going to pop us to the Be Right Back screen. We're going to take 5 minutes, guys. So take whatever time you need, and we'll be back shortly with the second half. Thank you. Hey guys, we are back from our break. I'm going to jump us straight back over to our Kingmaker screen. Good to have everyone here. Thank you for the lurks. Thank you for being around. We have put some numbers on the map to represent that we want to go to Teresia's Grove, where we have some feather tokens. We want to go to the Mud Bowl, where the Swamp Witch has sent us to get some mushrooms, and we want to go over here in the middle of freaking nowhere to find some
What was it? Flame weapons?
flame weapon. Yeah.
That sounds really nice.
Useful.
So that's where we're at. We have now successfully reconnoitered this hex, and I will reveal it now for y'all so that we can have that. And the side quest of the map, as well as your items, will be populated at the end of the session. Okay.
Okay.
Or between this session and next session, because I have to go out.
Yeah, no hurry on that, man. It's all good.
We wanted to go directly west from here to do some more reconnoitering. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wanted to go here and then up here.
Okay. Then I'll get some survival or perception checks, your choice, from each of the PCs.
I'm just enjoying the nature. That was a good roll.
There comes Tarno.
And another one.
And Lucas.
And a couple people paying attention.
Well, I'm distracted. Keep an eye on this hermit.
Yeah, boy.
That is, I stated, my primary is making sure he behaves himself.
We got this.
I'd rather put him out of his misery than him live and suffer and have grief constantly like that. That's not life.
Oh, Matt, has our area DC gone up any, or is it still at 14?
Your area DC?
Yeah.
It will, yes. What it is, I will let you know later. But yes, we have just traversed into the next area. So yes.
Yeah, I see that.
But still, like, natural 20s are...
Natural 20s are still natural 20s.
Yeah, so how critical successes work is it isn't automatically what natural 20s do, rather. It's not automatically a critical success. What natural 20s do is increase your level of success by 1. So if you pass with a natural 20, then you critically succeed. If you fail on a natural 20, then you succeed. And if you critically fail on a natural 20, then you only fail.
Yep.
Excellent explanation.
Agreed.
Okay.
We're going to pop
Matt
up...
does a really great job with this stuff, and I appreciate it.
We try.
Oh, some of your stuff you've said has helped. Like, I'm running the home game. It has helped because it has allowed me to explain it to people. So, thank you.
You're welcome. I think we're going to reuse another map here. So, fun.
Yay!
And as the only person here that's not a DM, I do appreciate like the thoroughness.
yeah, and if there's anything I miss, let me know. But you know, we try to have it so that you guys are learning, not just hearing what the rule is. Like, because those are two totally different things, and I would rather that we know wherever possible. So I know, I acknowledge that we've seen this a bunch of times.
Oh God, water.
No, we haven't. This is the first time we've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is a really good map. Where'd you
I
get
know.
this one, Matt? It's the first time we've seen it.
It's so good, isn't it?
Great water. Right
Yeah,
there. Nice
great
little
water
brook
right here.
and path, trees. It's really good. Oh, I wasn't meaning that water.
All right,
It's
so
right on the map.
you guys are exploring this hex. I've got a few descriptions and things to do as we're going. Let me just quickly look at what this is here. Okay. The sickly sweet stench of decay. Yes, that's a sentence. The sickly sweet stench of decay hangs thick in this woodland clearing. Knotted branches of dying trees line the perimeter, creating a thick canopy that blocks most of the sunlight and cloaks the hollow in shadow. Withered vegetation struggles to grow in ragged clumps among the multitude of bones strewn across the forest floor.
Yeah, I'm getting a very spirity vibe.
I don't know. Whatever left the bones was eating flesh.
Yeah, I'm getting ghosty vibes. So let's see what's up.
You guys are on fire. Oh man, these rolls, man. All right, so Lucas, can you like slightly spread out to the point where you don't have to go too far, but like that it's actually like reasonable that you would be, yeah, you know, yeah. You're not going to be right on top of each other, just generally exploring. Thank you.
It's near the water that I'm getting the super ghosty vibes.
Not for any particular
reason. I don't go
reason.
near the water anyway if I can help it. I've learned that lesson.
Or no. Come wash your hands.
No, I'm good. Wipe them on the back of your tabard.
It's just water, Tarnal.
All right, so as you gaze about,
It's just water. Fuck is that thing?
Fuck, man. I roll a nat 20 and I get punished.
No, you see it. You see it. Before it does anything at all, which means that you can warn your allies that something's about to happen. So what you see, okay, what you see as you are approaching, you don't have to be that close. I'm going to put you here, okay?
Thank you.
What you see is an entire tree. Let me just move this away for a second. This entire tree, okay, is moving in a way that you absolutely recognize is not good for you. And it starts to, like, lift up its massive branches that look as sharp as scythes.
Can we
Curved.
we went to go get the flaming weapon first?
Dark brown tree, 20 feet tall, with dark twisted roots, a reddish brown leaves hanging, and wickedly curved scythe-like branches.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm just glad it didn't ambush us and
You're
rip us to
welcome.
ribbons before being able to do anything.
So, Lucas,
Before we,
what do you
did we need
do
to
as
get
you see
anything
this?
out of our storage? Because
I
know
dropped to
some
my
of us were out of
knees
arrows.
and just
Point in horror.
scream.
Did you say you
Yeah,
dropped to
yeah.
your knees?
And scream.
All right, I'm going to set the prone condition. Lucas drops to his knees, points and screams.
Because what I see is fucking terrifying. Even though I have experience with it, apparently.
I don't think anybody should have that kind of any kind of experience with this horrible tree monster.
That's a roll for initiative, folks.
Wow.
Reskin. Lucas has just dropped to his knees, pointed and screamed, and you see, in the, well, all too close, a massive 20-foot tree with limbs like scythes animating to attack you. What do you want to
I
do?
think my first action is just going to be utter shock of what the fuck is that. My second action is going to be to hide.
Yep. That makes sense. It makes sense. First action. Just gaze in horror. Second
The
action.
fuck?
Gaze in horror. Third action. Gaze in horror. No, you're allowed to. You're allowed
It's
to.
not a
hide.
Cthulhu.
Yep.
Stealth.
Hide and then draw my rapier.
All right. So at the moment, I'm going to give you the hidden condition. There you go. Draw your rapier. Nice. All right. So that's your done. Okay. The scythe
And now
tree.
I'm gonna get smacked by the scythe tree. Great.
Oh, damn right. Come on. Come on.
I'm on my knees. I mean, is that not seen as like a?
Come on.
Does it? I mean, it got.
Is
It's
that
got
not seen as easy
You're
prey?
assuming
Yes,
that
it
it's
is
got
seen
some
as
kind
easy
of like
prey.
sentientness, doesn't it?
Assume the position of consuming.
Oh, okay.
All right. It moves to
You
there.
Make yourself more snack sized.
And then we'll target Lucas.
Right.
You are so lucky that you saw this, man. You
I
are
know.
so lucky. It has a
Yeah.
feature, by the way, called Woodland Ambush, which allows it to do all manner of terrifying things if you do not see it. So you are so lucky.
Awesome.
Here
Yay,
is your
that's
luck,
me.
incarnate, sir. There it is. 35 to hit you. Critical hit with the scythe.
Ow.
Bam.
What the fuck?
It's only
Wow.
39 points of damage,
Man,
sir.
I'm unconscious.
Boom!
Yeah. Ow. Night, guys.
Alright, you are dying too.
Jesus.
Because that was a critical hit.
Great.
The tree comes striding out, slams Lucas with one scything branch. There was someone screaming. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
I love it.
So,
Flip it.
Screaming cat.
Great.
I know I can't keep up with 39 points of damage for heals.
How about you can keep me alive? Maybe. Please.
It will then move here
Less than 1 day was the answer to my earlier query.
and completely obscure Lucas
Great.
as he is underneath it.
Walking over your corpse.
Not only is it doing that, it's teabagging you.
Congratulations, Lucas. You're being teabagged.
I'm just laying on my back, taking it.
You've been tree bagged. Got it.
Tree bagged. Someone clip that. Someone
I'm
clip
work on
that.
right now. I'm gonna work on that.
That is the best. That is the best thing that we have said for a very long time. You've been tree bagged. Has someone grabbed that? Do I need to do it? Oh.
Azrael said he's working on it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
So, is the scythe tree done? If I
Yeah.
can't see Lucas, I can't heal Lucas. I gotta have line of effect. And he's completely obscured by him, right?
Yeah, you do not have line of effect currently. But it is your turn.
But I also can't hold action a 2-action spell, which is what I have to cast to be able to do healing.
Yeah. Not a good situation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it too.
That's all right. We can have 2 of the same thing. It's brilliant.
Double's better than nothing.
I love it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so this is a bad situation, Tuttle. Your companion is completely obscured underneath a massive tree with scythes as branches. What do you want to do?
Spontaneously acquire fire spells and burn the thing.
Well, I'm just saying, he did hear a maniacal laughter at his head just before.
Yeah, I did. Can you make
Into the
this thing
Fae.
go away?
Pray to
This
the
thing's
Fae.
bad. Please.
Please.
Pray to the Fae.
And then I'm going to cast Rallying Anthem.
Okay.
How close am I to?
You start to sing.
Not close enough to do that, but close enough to still do this. So, and then we'll just do the old standby at that point.
You are so damn lucky that you saw it. Oh my god.
I am.
Okay.
I can imagine that, like, it probably could have, like,
I'm done.
just literally killed me.
All right. So yeah, you try to cast your needle darts at it, your lute strings, and what you see is this: your tiny lute strings catapult toward the tree, and you see it just lift up its scythe-like branches, and you see it whack each individual lute string with its branches, catapulting them into the ground at your feet. Right back at you.
Well, that's not demoralizing, not at all.
Guess sir?
What are we doing, guys? This doesn't look good.
I can't help.
We got to get the bookworm out from under it.
I mean, my contribution to this fight was the fact that I saw the damn thing.
Good hit. 30 is a normal hit.
That's awesome.
Help! Help! Damage.
Are we gonna get a TP?
I mean, maybe. You know. Maybe. Oh.
Quick, start the rest of the forest on fire.
I mean,
By the way, do you notice how much damage it just took?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Why do you
Less.
think I look so happy?
less than what we was rolled.
Uh-oh.
Means it's got resistance.
By the
Come on,
way, this
everyone.
is a canon encounter. This is not me. Okay.
This is nutty.
All
That's
right.
all
So
I
you
can
raise
do.
a shield. Yeah. Lucas, you are dying. I need you to make a recovery check, please.
Woot.
Please get 12 or better
Where is this?
on a flat
What we got?
D20. Yeah, or
This right
recovery.
there. Recovery check.
Right now, I'm wishing I had the axe because it's higher damage.
Nice. So what this means, I'm just going to move this for a second. What this means is that you are one less dying than you were, but you are still unconscious. Do you have hero points, sir?
I have 1 hero point.
If you would like, based on this is something that I have house ruled, okay?
Sure.
Normally, you can spend all of your hero points to stabilize yourself on 0. Not be dying anymore. However, because this is my game, and I am very friendly GM, Hat in a Hat, you may instead set yourself at 1 HP if you use all of your things and have your turn. However, if you do, just know Lucas doesn't know, I guess, but he would wake up underneath a tree if it's happening.
Yeah.
You can save it if you want. What
I'm gonna
the
save
trigger is, just so that you're 100% knowledgeable, okay?
Yeah.
The hero point is used when you would increase your dying condition.
So basically, if I lose a recovery check, I can use the hero point.
Right, but it has to also be on your turn. If you are brought to death outside of your turn, the hero point's not gonna.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're
save it.
staying?
Yeah, I'm staying.
Reskin, you are hidden
Mm.
currently, but you just saw it one-shot Lucas and then stand over him. You saw Katsa attack it, and it barely seemed to do anything. What do you want to do?
Is that where it's standing? I'm seeing it in a different position.
Here. It's massive. So if you're seeing in a different position, potentially you might need to.
Yeah, I do. I'm seeing it standing over by the water.
It was over there until it moved.
Yeah, you moved it back.
Yeah, it's.
I'm reloading.
Thank you.
There.
Got something special for you too when you
Move to there.
as you move over there, Reskin. Like I don't have a reaction or anything, I don't think. I'll double check. Yeah. As you move over there, what looks to be a long scar in the tree's trunk splits open to reveal a toothy mouth as you move over there. You're the only one that can see that from your position right now. Doesn't do anything with that mouth, but you see it.
Don't ask it what that mouth do. Nobody wants to know.
But it's a toothy mouth inside of a tree.
Yeah, that's not normal. All right, I'm going to attack it.
Sure. It is flat-footed to you. It should recognize that. Not gonna matter.
It does not matter. Attack again. Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna call. Trees shouldn't have big teeth.
Yeah, maybe we can retcon the name of the session later to trees should not have big teeth. Yeah. But for this point, let us move on to the scythe tree's turn. Yay! Thankfully for Rezkin, he's not the one that heard it. Not looking at anyone, yes, sir. Yeah! Ah. He missed! He missed! Yes, sir. Just barely steps out of the way as one of the scything branches comes down. It will change target at this. Sorry, Razkid. But with nimble dodge in play, he misses again. And the ground shakes and quivers as the massive branch smashes into the ground.
What are we going to do with this fucking thing?
And then you hear a sickening crack as the tree settles down. And Azrael, I need you to put your dying to 2, please, because it's gonna squelch on you.
Man. Tree bagging again. I'm tree bagging.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing.
That's fine. I'll sort it out if you need.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Sometimes I can be, harsh as well as kind.
Thank you.
Here we go. You're welcome, sir. Tunnel, you hear a sickening crunch as your companion, your friend, your, traveling buddy is being crushed underneath this massive tree. You can feel the reverberations in the soil.
Still can't see him, though.
Nope.
Do I think that if I got right up on there, I might be able to see him well enough to poke at him, or not?
I mean, you can hope.
I don't want to be close to this fucking thing. 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to seek to see if I can see any bit of Lucas flesh throughout all of it.
Perfect.
Like maybe my pinky hanging out from under the trunk.
Make a seek.
Please succeed.
Yes. There you go.
Oh my God.
He's still under it, but I've moved the tree for the purposes of targeting.
The problem is that unless that move and seek is one action,
It isn't.
Which it's not. I don't have enough to be able to cast a spell on you yet this round.
Right?
You can sing.
Yeah, I'm gonna sing.
Okay, so we're not targeting him yet. I'm gonna give you a free ability. So normally this is not a thing, but normally it's an action, I think, to point out. But I'm gonna allow you to point him out. The others. Kasser?
Wait.
Can you slap him to awake?
Do you want me to stab at the tree or try to drag him out from underneath? What are you saying?
Well, I pointed him out well enough that you should actually be able to target him with a lay on hands from where you're standing.
Yeah, you would need to move, I think.
Okay.
So you can get to this square with a step, or you can move further, and then you'll be able to reach him.
Like, why me? Like, I'm not even trying to tank, and like, I'm the one that's taking the brunt of all punishment.
Apparently, this thing thinks you look like compost.
I mean, no one knew where it was or that there was anything or what was here. It just so happened that you were where it was. Okay, yep, so you may
Am I
apply
not
that
dying
healing.
anymore?
That doesn't... Yeah, so you were wounded. Good.
Yay, wounded.
Yep, got it.
You said wounded too?
No, just one.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll move it back.
So I'll do that, and hopefully that'll work out. I don't know,
Hopefully I
gents.
can breathe.
You
Can you
moved,
stab the
you
thing
healed
once
him,
still?
you raised a shield. So Lucas,
Oh,
it's
no,
your
you
turn.
raised shield. Never mind.
Do I like? I mean, if I try to get up, am I able to with this big ass tree sitting on me?
I mean, it's not fully on you, or you would be dead
Okay.
now. So yes.
I'll try and crawl out with acrobatics.
Yeah, athletics or acrobatics. It's like an escape here.
Oh my god!
No, sir.
You crawl into the mouth. These two excellent shelter.
You cannot attempt to escape again until your next turn, Lucas.
Right.
Stab it from underneath. Or light a torch. Take out a torch and light a fire.
So yeah, like I'd like to try and like light it on fire. Where's my feckin' torch?
We need to invest in alcohol.
I need you to make a flat 5 check, please.
Can do.
Because it's a manipulate action to pull a thing out, and
Yeah.
you are grabbed. Technically.
So is it just like
Flat 5,
Oh,
just
okay.
roll a
1d5.
straight d20.
Oh, dirt. Sorry.
If you get 5 or above, you can draw. You do not draw your torch. I can do the same! Take it! You can try again if you want.
Why not?
There you go. You draw the torch. It is not lit, as you have
Yeah, I
established
know.
before. Guess what type of
Right.
action it is to light it?
Yeah, I know exactly what type of action it is. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is lit. Look at that. I'm kidding. It's not. It's fine. I'll unlight it. I'll put it out.
Yeah, so you don't have the actions right now, but it's in
Yep.
your hand. Reskin?
Yep.
You see and hear Lucas struggling under there. He seems to be awake, at least.
I want to step
Can't
to
breathe.
there,
Yep.
and I want to try and pull Lucas out.
Okay, athletics check.
Athletics?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, boom.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move around to the other side of it.
Okay. Good. Move.
Yep.
Pull.
Hey, with that critical success, does he at least pull me up as well, like to where I'm not prone anymore?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Just in time for the tree.
Just in time for the tree.
The tree can go fuck itself.
Oh, Reskin's done a whole bunch here, so...
Watch out for tree bagging.
I'm going to nimble dodge.
Okay, make sure that that's ticked for me. And whack! Oh, it's rolling so badly. So
Yeah,
badly.
It doesn't taste very good.
Alright. It's going to change targets. Whack! Oh my god! Sure. So the ground reverberates again, and both Reskin and Tarnal feel the branches come inches from their bodies, whacking into the ground.
I'm not afraid of you. You're not made out of water or bugs.
It's got one last action.
Great.
It's going to try and slide into the shadows of this forest. Pray for a low score.
I am.
Okay. So...
I mean, it's obviously directly observed by all of us.
it is in the forest. Actually, what we're going to do, instead of doing that, we are going to do this. We're taking cover. Okay? Takes cover instead of stealth. Because, as you say. But now, it's in cover, underneath other trees, and amidst other trees. Arnold?
Okay, let's see here.
Anybody else got a damn torch?
Well, just don't think that's going to produce enough fire to matter. So I'm going to keep trying to do the same thing that I have been doing, which first off, I'll cast that. And then I will cast that.
Okay. You hit by 1. Oh my lord. Okay. You get it. Do your damage, sir. Damage. Okay, sir. As Arnold's bowstrings, the loot strings, chopping away. You see it they barely make a dent in the tree, but it's something better than nothing. Oh boy, I got something for you here.
Come on.
Alright, so when this happens, as you strike at it with your trident, the scythe tree targets you and is going to attempt a free disarm or reaction disarm against you.
Can he just not?
It's against your reflex DC. It's a success. So you get -2 penalty to your attacks with your current weapon until you interact to grip it again. Still your turn. But like the side of its branch sort of smacks into your arm and makes you almost let go. Okay, and then you try to demoralize it, which does not work. Yeah. So, with that one...
I'm done. I can't do anything, apparently. The dice have turned on me.
Indeed. And you cannot attempt to demoralize it for 10 minutes, DM.
Jesus. That's probably the rest of
Only
the
60 rounds.
Lucas.
Yay.
I'm assuming
Is my wounded gone away or not?
No.
Oh, I
have to heal.
do tweet. Okay.
Chop.
Can I treat my own wounds?
Do you have battle medicine?
Wounded.
Yes.
If you have battle medicine, you may attempt to treat yourself, yeah.
You can get rid of wounded in battle.
Not with battle medicine. So you can heal, but you can't remove your wound.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. It says the wounded condition is if someone successfully restores hit points to you using treat wounds.
Yeah, but battle medicine isn't treat wound.
Oh, all right.
Treat wounds takes 10 minutes, right?
Okay. Yeah, never mind then.
Yeah, battle medicine is the only way to do it in combat. You attempt a medicine DC for treat wound. It isn't treat wound. It's the same AC as treat wound.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna light my torch with one action. And I'm going to strike with the lit torch.
Okay. Do not hit it.
Wow. Once more into the breach.
Do not hit.
Oh my god. Hang on. Sorry.
let the torch hit it twice.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Thank you.
Redskin?
I am going to take out a torch and light it and try and chuck it in the tree's mouth.
Okay. It'll be an attack roll with it.
Okay.
Do that. With a different, result.
Eat fire.
Let's see here. How do I do this? Torch.
I mean, personally, I'm kind of the opinion of leave, but
Torches.
That is always an option. You've seen it
We're
doesn't
getting close
have
to there.
an attack.
that's because I
advantage.
can't hit. But I'm not going to leave the rest of them to die. That's not Kessler's way.
You do not hit it. You're trying to get it into its mouth. Let's see.
And cover.
So what happens is your torch will land on the ground. Anything else from you?
Oh, that's all 3 actions.
Excellent. Scythe tree. Try to actually land a hit. Reskin, the first one is going to be on you.
Nimble dodge.
This does hit you.
Oh my.
Only just. Doing 23 points of damage.
Ow.
Yeah.
Very ow.
Yeah, I don't think we can successfully fight this thing.
Then
I would agree.
targets Lucas, who has a lit torch in his hand.
Great.
Yeah, I think running away is the correct choice here.
Critical.
Fuck you.
Jump! 39 points
Fuck
of
off,
damage.
man.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I yelled.
So you were on wounded 1, so that translates to your dying. So you're on dying 3.
Oh god. Jesus fuck.
Was the scythe tree done after that?
It has its third action.
God. Finish squishing compost. I mean, Lucas. I mean, yes.
This is entirely unfair. I'm kidding. It's fine.
Jenkins, what?
No, it's not for you.
Oh, thank you to Rallying Anthem, because Tunnel, another scything branch, comes catapulting down, and it's only due to you singing that it misses you on its third attack. Alright.
Yeah, this is beyond us.
Tunnel.
Get the fuck out.
Can you,
You don't even have to
I think
heal
we should
me.
do that
like,
from the
just-
beginning.
Lucas, can you take the damage, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I thought I took it. My bad.
Well, on my turn, which is next, I'm going to throw that on him, and as soon as I know he's conscious, just go, run!
Yep, I'm running. Wow.
You have an action then. If you were able to soothe, you have one action left, Tunnel. Yeah. Uh-huh.
25.
Yes. Cassir, Tunnel's just like, no, get out of there.
I look around the tree at Reskin to see what he's going to do.
You see me getting ready to run.
He's just poised.
Did you say our poor little Lucas weighs a little bit more than a sack of potatoes?
So he is 6 bulk.
6 bulk.
Yes.
Yeah, don't try to carry him.
That
He's
would
conscious.
encumber me.
You can carry him for a short time, but it will make you over encumbered, I think.
It will. It'll make me just one step into encumbered, not over encumbered.
Yeah. So yeah, it will encumber you, but not over.
So if I add a new item and I make it
Human body.
6 bulk.
Yes, it's 6 bulk.
That would
It's
put me-
insane. And that's being generous. Like, a body by itself is 6 bulk. Technically, he's wearing shit, but I'm just gonna make it 6
Oh
bulk.
yeah. I'm just checking. That would put me at 13.5. So I'm not immobile yet, but just shy of that. My max
Yeah.
bulk is almost there. So I'm
Right.
just barely would be able to do it.
Yeah, you can do it. So you pick him up, and you begin to move very slowly because you are now...
So that means I'm moving at what speed?
I think encumbered reduces it, so let me just pop it on you at the moment. We should be able to do...
I can... Well, here, give me a second. I can do
Alright.
this. I'm going to just make that item of 6 bulk, because that should calculate it for you.
So
And
it's
then I can
10-foot
just go-
penalty to all speed.
Yep.
There you go.
So 10 foot.
Yeah, so you normally move at 25, now you move at 15. So you picked him up with an interact, you can move 30.
There we go.
Lucas, being in the arms of Cassir, in the arms...
No. Like fireman, you're thrown over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put the torch out.
He's not being treated nicely, to be clear.
Yeah. Right.
It's like I do it when he's acting like a pill and I have to drag him off somewhere.
I'm trying
Or
to
walk.
So while he's like got me thrown over his shoulder, I'm trying to take all the time that I can to gather any like stray piece of information from this thing so that I can plan for when we come back, because we will end up coming back.
Okay.
We call knowledge.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do like nature.
Okay. You don't know.
Okay.
Just anything that is been obvious in what I have already said is what you know.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look at my inventory. Well, I've already, let's see. I put the torch out. I did the roll. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the last one.
Reskin?
There are not enough squares. I move 105 squares away. Or 105 feet away.
Yeah, you're away. Yeah, I'm just gonna have
It was just
you
35.
here, like, but you can't be targeted. You're fine. Side 3. I am not a vindictive son of a bitch. But I want to do this. What I'm going to do is it's going to move to here. It's going to make a single goodbye attack. Because I know you're trying to leave.
There'll be no hitting me with that.
It's the attack that says and stay out. Okay? Here it is.
It's the attack that says and fuck you too.
Oof.
And stay
God
out.
damn.
So he can,
2 hit
Kasser
points.
can reduce that, essentially.
I'm within 15.
No, I had to click to take the damage, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you take the damage, and it sort of raises all of its branches and like shakes them, you know, like an angry neighbor, and then waits for you to run away, run away like the scared little humans that you are. Bye. And there ends the encounter. Thank you, GM Matt, for not being a vindictive son of a
Run the
bitch.
axe and come back and chop him down.
Flaming weapons. Flaming arrows. We need flaming arrows.
Okay, so
Setting up them.
we're gonna bring this back up.
Literally the first time I've ever run away from an encounter.
Woof! Boy. Now you can't blame me for this one. This is all on the AP.
We can blame it on you. It just would be wrong.
Alright. Well, you've discovered that not everything in the world can be destroyed by attacking it.
No, that one needs fire.
Much fire.
And let's activate the Stolen Lands.
Actually,
So I'm actually going to make a narrative choice here. Given that you've had to run away from the Scythe Tree, I am not going to reconnoiter this hex for you. Okay? Narrative choice. You have not had a chance to map it all, and you are
We're
instead moving
Running away
on.
for our lives.
I
Yes.
do
We
not.
just right on the map,
feel it.
angry tree.
Now we know where the loggers need to go next.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, after that, it's time to camp.
Yeah.
Because there's going to need a lot of time counting coins. Because they're all really
Did we
fun.
get told that by our friend in the water that the lady here would be friendly? Because I
She
was
didn't
gonna say. Okay.
Didn't say. Just said that you should find what you look what she's for here.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
because I will burn through the couple of healing spells that I still have left to try to get us up.
I'm gonna have you all please make me fortitude saves.
Wonderful.
This represents how tired you are after bolting for your lives for the last 2 hours. Okay.
Most of us are tired.
Oh yeah. You come in.
What do you mean? We can keep going.
Kick him in the
He-
nuts for me. Rescue.
He keeps running and like he turns around and he realizes like we just stopped a long time ago.
Oh, you're
The
back
tr-
there.
The trees part as you are running to reveal a peaceful forest glade dappled with sunlight. A small pond lies placidly at the roots of an enormous oak tree, with a scattering of leaves floating upon its surface. Birdsong twitters from the branches high above. and all seems peaceful as you spit and breathe properly now that you are sufficiently away from the scythe tree. Let's have a look here.
I hate the tree. 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 I hate the tree.
What you're saying is you hate me.
You see, in this glade, with dappled sunlight coming through the branches, you know that it's the last of the sunlight for the day, but it's still coming down. You see a feminine figure. Who is
Black
kneeling
Squirrel flirting.
beside the water's edge. She is weeping softly, and her tears, one by one, are dropping into the pool and creating tiny ripples in the still water.
Go get nymphed, Kassur.
Absolutely.
Give it a shove from behind.
Kessler heads right up. My dear lady, is there anything we may assist you with?
He looks up. Oh. Hello. I am Tyresia. Says,
Greetings, Tyresia. I am Kessur.
it is an odd way to greet someone for the first time. To offer your help. Yes. Might be potentially something. He says, have been harrowed late. There is a menacing, hideous plant that lies deep in the forest, disguised as a tree. A wrathful, crazy creature with sizes as branches.
Nope.
I think we
Nope,
know the
lady. Nope. Lady, you're
I do a 180 and I turn right around.
I'm just going to look at her and go, lady, you're crazy. Such a thing couldn't possibly exist. I don't believe you.
This turn of events is so good because we didn't have to come here second after the side tree, and just having like been here straight afterwards is brilliant.
Nope.
I love it. And everyone's just like, nope, no, I know what you're about to say. Don't you say it.
Actually, Kessur's not, because his response is, maybe we can get help disposing of it, because she wants it gone. We want it gone.
Yeah.
You got 50 gallons of oil.
We might. Let's ask her.
Yeah, she definitely does not have 50 gallons of oil. So
What are the rules for converting a hex from forest into charred wasteland?
the rolls are good luck.
On fire.
Tyresia is going to offer, if on successful defeat of the scythe tree, a primeval mistletoe and 5 tree feather tokens, of which you only promised the other Fae 3. So you would get 2 in addition to the ones that she is going to plant with her reforestation.
Cool.
So we have to figure out how to kill this scythe tree if we want those tokens.
Yep.
First thing we're gonna do is take a nap.
Oh yeah, she.
I was about to say that. That's what I was going to say is we met your tree. We don't think we have the tools to do it yet, but it's on our list to dispose of. We hate the thing too. We're hurt. Could we rest here in your area? And is there anything you can do to help us dispose of him because we hate him as much as you do?
Okay,
He almost
so
killed us. Sat on me.
in response to your request to stay in this area, she agrees to allow you to do so should you refrain from despoiling the nature of her grove. And that's not a double euphemism. No, it's not. It's not. I swear it's not.
Can it be?
Refrain from despoiling the nature of her grove, okay? It's not... there's nothing here. Okay?
Sounds like she's probably a dryad, given that you said she's with the trees. So my guess is she's connected with them and don't want her
Nobody's humping a knot hole.
stuff
We'll be fine.
We're
destroyed. good with that.
Abilities to help you, she could cast Speak with Plants on you.
We'll just convince the thing to leave.
Good luck, she says. She doesn't really have anything that could be helpful. I'm just also gonna see about this one.
I mean, healing and protection was more I was thinking of. I don't think she'd have a fire.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh, can she do a recall knowledge on it for us? Or does she know anything about it?
She will attempt
strengths
to
or
do
weaknesses
so.
are.
Yeah, she will attempt to do
Because
so.
that's something that would help us. Okay.
And she will also give you a bonus to will saves against it. She doesn't think that that's going to help very much, but she's going to do that.
Anything against it's going to help.
Also, she is going to remind us that when we cook really good meals, that we get buffs.
Yes.
And
you're absolutely right, wonderful lady.
And she is going to teach Rezkin a new recipe for the purposes of such.
Excellent.
We haven't done that sort of those mechanics in a little while, so...
No, thank you for the reminder.
Lumberjack stew. Take 3 lumberjacks.
Have you seen the Netflix series? Was it something in the dungeon? It's like, so it's an anime, and the whole series is they go down into dungeons and kill monsters and eat them. It's delicious in dungeon.
No, but that sounds very intriguing.
It's not good, but it is amusing.
It's not good. Okay.
It's good for just a laugh of like.
It's not a quality development.
No,
I think is what he's saying. It's like the old D&D movie, that was obviously, low grade production.
It's fine. It's not horrible. It's fine. It's funny, and there are occasionally amusing and interesting uses of creatures to create interesting dishes that they have.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, shameless plug there, but not really. Either way, you guys can rest. Upon resting in Tiresia's Grove, you may be at full health, and you may be fully rested.
What about the wounds?
All of that is gone. You have no negative conditions anymore.
Thank you. Thank you, wonderful GM.
And what is the recipe she teaches me?
Yes. One moment, please.
That'll be what we'll
Scythe
do.
tree poison. When you're hit by the scythe tree, your blood is toxic to it, causing it permanent poison damage.
You wish.
It's blight blood.
That one
I do wish.
most likely to be eaten.
Right? That's my point.
All right.
We might have to go and try to take out.
We just tape a bunch of flasks of alchemist fire to Lucas, so he's coated in them, and just shove him towards the tree.
Like, I'll just like turn myself into a blood mage and slit my wrist and just.
No.
I mean, I'm taking hits anyway.
Still no.
Still no. All right.
Yeah, I think before we try to take out the tree, we go back to town, find some alchemist fire.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad
tactic.
Alchemist.
And I do recognize that she needs to make a recall knowledge for what she knows about it. I will do that in a moment, guys.
Of course.
First, I need to try and find these freaking.
The cooking recipes, or
All right, I got it.
okay. Because there's a whole list of campsite meals that I can pull up if you want, that they had on Archives of Nethys straight out of the book. And I have that up if it would help.
Here it is. I got it. Okay, so what is your highest level meal at the moment, please?
The highest one is, I think it's the sausages. Let's see here. Meal 3.
Sausages.
Yeah, 3.
Meal 3? Okay.
Yeah, that's the succulent sausages. Everything else is 2 or 1.
Alright, let me just have a look here. Is possible?
Every time I hear somebody say sausages, I think about the dog treats sausages.
Yeah, succulent sausages is 3.
Alright, so
Nature's,
she's going to
Cool.
teach you 2 recipes.
Ooh.
She's going to
Nice
teach
lady.
you chocolate ice cream.
Nice.
Okay.
And baked spider legs.
Okay.
Chocolate ice cream sounds good. The big spider legs, not as certain about.
And then she is going to cook you a meal, which will do something else, and I will determine that during the week. But yeah, she will do that. All right. So
Can I say something quickly on that?
yeah.
The way they describe the baked spider legs, it actually sounds more like crab legs, where you open them up and take the meat out. It's not sounding like typical spiders.
I'm just saying what the name of it is. So.
Oh yeah, no, I get you.
All right. All of you are well rested. All of you have your full hit points. All of you should have no negative things other than whatever is, if you are encumbered or something that's continuous. You have those, but nothing from adventuring. You rest with Tyresia, not with, but you know, nearby. Nearby,
I mean,
grove
I
adjacent.
hear that basically with all, fantasy settings, it seems like humans can make half breeds with all races. So, I mean,
And when
Sit.
go figure.
Stay.
as you are resting and communing, you also learn everything there is to know about this hex, and it is automatically reconnoitered for.
Thank you.
Yay!
I'm also going to set the next day, and it is a sunny day, and we set it at dawn, 7 a.m. Actually, 6 a.m. because it's summer. Bright and early. As you wake, and this is how we're going to finish off for the day, I think. Actually, we'll finish off by some intentions about what's next, but actually, let's do that first. Intentions of what's next before I go over the description of the day.
Back to town.
Either back to town to get something to deal with this tree, or northeast to deal with the Severax impersonator.
We need to go back to Messeverex, but I do think back to town to see if they have anything, maybe over to the fire weapon, because we got to get something to take this tree out so that we can get it done to get the feather tokens from her, so that we can take
at all. I think that's a phenomenal.
So that we can take care of the stuff for what's the other lady's name? Melizine's,
Melisandre.
and get her trees up,
Yep.
so that we can pay that debt and then go kill Messeverex.
Okay.
Alchemist fire, fire weapons, town, tree.
Okay.
That's my intention.
So it'll take 2 to 3 days to get back to town.
Okay.
We've pretty much explored all of the things along the way.
Yep.
The only place we haven't explored
Basically, everything east of town we haven't done.
Yeah, it's this hex that we haven't done. Rest, I think, is...
Yeah, this we haven't. This we haven't.
Yeah, well, I will reveal this one, since that is just Tuscutter's lair. That's where he made his home.
Okay. And we already took him out, so.
And then this one...
Temple of the Oak.
You find... a strange frog-like humanoid in this place to the north of you. He is alone, and as soon as he sees you, he holds up his hands and croaks out truce top of his lungs.
Meaning he doesn't want to fight anybody. Which...
I don't mind. Leave it be then.
He...
Try to befriend him.
We'll agree to his truce.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Friends with the kobolds who also are in the area.
He says, you hungry?
Yes, friend. Are you?
Yes.
You're a good chef.
Me hungry.
Huskin, would you mind making a meal?
Yeah.
That doesn't include frog legs.
Wow.
Wow.
Maybe it'll include some sturges for Lucas.
I said that doesn't include frog legs.
Could you make a cuisine check?
Huskin.
Nice.
Nice.
He seems to enjoy it. He says, "Me, Bogard. Me, Garum."
Bilgaroom. Do you live around here, or do you need a place to stay?
As you speak, he clearly doesn't understand most of those words.
He's apparently not.
You
a
have
fan of
home
Doctor.
or need home?
Me, and he gestures around. Doesn't say a word, but he gestures around. Me,
Ah, you live here.
me, you, go.
Very well.
You, hungry, go, me.
I got nothing.
He's offering to feed us.
Or
hungry,
he could be
yeah.
asking that after you've left, you could bring stuff back to him later.
We have some rations, right?
Yeah, I've got some.
We'll ask for him some rations now, and then we can refill at town.
As he sees the rations that you have bought, he says, "Me, hungry, bug."
Ah, you'd like some bugs.
Well, that's what frogs eat. They eat bugs.
He seems to appreciate what Rezkin cooked, but
What'd you cook, Rexton?
oh,
A hearty meal.
Spider legs.
hearty meal.
Right.
So it's very clear that he knows maybe up to a dozen words.
I was gonna say 10, but yeah.
Yeah, so something around that.
Ooh.
You know where bugs you like eat are? Show him a map.
Bugs? He looks at the map. He points
Point to where
everywhere.
we-
Okay. So just any sort of bugs. Okay.
I got a
I didn't know if there's like a certain type of bug he wanted or something like that, because we've had the moon radishes and we've had the mushrooms mentioned that are from a particular area. So I didn't know if that was the case or just bugs in general. So I figured it'd be worth asking.
Yeah.
need to head out. So thanks, guys.
No worries. We'll be finishing
good
up
one.
here in the next 5.
Mhm. All right, bye, guys.
No.
What he will do is he will highlight this hex and say,
Okay.
bugs, and point there. So he
Okay.
says bugs everywhere, but then he points there and says bug.
So we'll have to mark to go check that out.
Yeah.
So 4?
But
Yeah, so we'll have that as a short, like, little diversion, which means that you can reconnoiter this hex. The point of that. And you've established at least some sort of friendly connection with the boggard. Garum. And there's nothing else. Would you want to go to the frog pond this now on your way there or on the way back?
I'm good otherwise.
I would say on the way back.
Okay, so we make it
Okay.
back to town. We'll start next session in town. All right, in Oleg's trading post. It's not town, but it's Oleg's trading post. After 3 days travel to get there, and we
Okay.
will resume there, and with the intention of gathering what you need. If it would help me if you think about and list anything, even if you don't know their official names. Doesn't matter if you don't know official names, but if you just put ideas in the Discord of things that you would like to have as part of there, so I can go and get those and give you a price list, right, between, so I can do that. So we'll do that between weeks. That would really help me out. Otherwise, I have to spend time
Yep.
in the session doing that, and I would rather not. So if I can make those price lists between, that would behoove us to get through quicker. And we might find out some more about what's been going on and such through Oleg and his connections and his trade, and see what's going on. And then your intention is to leave Oleg's once you have the things, come past through the frog pond, go and defeat the tree, get the reward for the tree, and then deliver the reward back to the other fairy.
I
Or Faye.
think we're going to go for the fire weapon first. And
You want
then
the fire weapon first, which is over this
so
way?
we have something to take him out with.
So Oleg's and then fire weapon.
Yeah. Do we need to stop off at our fort to do anything on the way?
Probably
Or not?
what we can do is we can say we go toward the fire weapon, we try and do the fire weapon, and then we go to the fort on the way back through, and then we can do a couple of kingdom
Okay.
turns.
Hey, stop that.
Yeah, I thought
That
we should
sound
probably
good?
get at least something done like that, so we're still progressing things.
Damn it.
All right, that sounds good. At least that gives us some sort of general picture of what is ahead. Obviously, the narrative might change things depending on what's what, but that's
Like running away from trees.
like running away from
Yeah.
trees. Thank you, guys. I hope that this was a fun session for you. Lots of action and our first runaway or we're going to die situation. Thank the fine folks at Paizo for this amazing adventure path, Kingmaker, that we are playing through. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all. Have a good night. Have a good week, and we'll say in Discord when we're playing next, because I'm not sure about what's happening with Death of Deities, all of that sort of stuff. But probably it will be either Tuesday or Wednesday.
For safety, I would say for now, let's assume Tuesday next week, and if they're not doing it, I'll let everyone know, and we can move it back to Wednesday. Does that sound good?
It's
Either day's
okay.
fine with me.
It's okay
Either-
with me.
Same difference for me. Tuesday or Wednesday.
I'm not in love with
Just
it.
have-
but
Nope.
We'll have it
I'm
on the
not either.
Discord as to where it needs to be.
yeah,
Once
yeah, it'll
it-
be on
I'll put it-
Discord. For anyone that's been watching, really appreciate you. Thank you, Dragon Playing Worm. Thank you, King J. Thank you, Cruel Fang. Thank you, Bloodhawk. All amazing people. And thank you to our players who have been amazing in this adventure. Please go check them out on their respective Twitch channels, which is just twitch.tv/their name. And yeah, we will be back real soon. And in the meantime, DM Nix and I will be playing a game on Thursday night, American time, Friday morning, my time, which will be in his world that we're going to be world building and playing in together. We're going to be making characters in Pathfinder 2nd Edition as part of that, and it's going to be very interesting because we'll go through character creation on stream together, as well as world building. So come and tune in with us in those time slots. I'm going to pop us over to our ending screen, and we're going to wrap up for the day. Does anyone have anyone that we want to raid out to? Have a quick look, guys, if there's anyone around that you would like to raid out to. Who do I see? I might just go into Johnny. Yeah, I'm going to go see Johnny. Guys, we're going to visit Johnny Tortilla. He is a community-minded streamer with him and his wife. They support other streamers just like us and everyone that they can. They're very community-minded. We're going to go and share some love back to them. So here it is. There's the raid message. This is the raid. Please look after yourself, everyone. Take care. Be kind to one another. Be responsible. And until next time, my name's Matt in the Hat. We'll catch you later.